Okay, members, welcome to today's Zoom session. Welcome, Rekha ma'am. Okay, Daisy. Daisy, are you ready for speaking?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you can review the cue card for a minute, gather your thoughts and ideas, and then you can start speaking. You could start speaking on the cue card.
Okay, ma'am. In this modern epoch, social media plays a vital role in our daily life. It is also possible to grow the business with social media. Among all of the people in this world, there is one well-known person in social media whom I follow the most. Here, I would like to talk about Markiku. But people also call him Bossman. He is the founder of Santara Company. Although he is one of the billionaires in Indonesia, he is very kind and down-to-earth person. I have followed him on Instagram, YouTube, and Telegram as well, past 2 years, by accidentally. At the time, I was going through a lean patch in my life. Then I saw a video on YouTube telling about how to achieve success in our life created by him. After watching that video, I was really impressed and then started to subscribe him and become a big fan of him. He is a motivational speaker, having an outstanding mindset about psychology and new mind economical theory is catching my eyes and make me always checking his new posts in Instagram and Telegram. There are numerous fields he covers in his posts, but the first and foremost is about the knowledge related to self-improvement. He always shares the secret of success with others. I have seen many videos of him. He says that the key of success is about our mindset and we have to do hard work. I have been trying to implement it in my life, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much. And he always shares his success with others, not other, but others. Okay, I have Rekha ma'am here with me. She's going to comment on your speaking.
Yes, dear. When it comes to her speaking, it was fine. She was able to use, great ideas. Her speaking was in sequence, and we could have used a little, few more words related to the person, his or her personality. Now, that's about it. Apart from that, it was all okay, dear. Good. All the best.
Ravi, are you ready for speaking? Ravi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sure.
You can speak on the cue card.
There are many personalities on social media who are creative, optimistic, motivational, and fashion influencers. But I follow numerous people on social media, and my favorite is a dietitian. Her name is Aisha, and she is a registered dietitian. Earlier, I used to be a slim person, but I have started to get overweight since I have worked at home. I had tried many ways to lose weight, but did not get
success.
Then I
I wasn't successful. Okay, continue.
I wasn't successful. Then I found the dietitian Aisha and became her fan and followed her on Facebook, Instagram, and other social accounts. Honestly speaking, I don't know her personally. She posts much content on social media. Basically, she focuses on exercise, diet, and weight management. Moreover, she shares many issues with fans, like related to health, like coaching, cholesterol, sport, nutrition. Apart from this, she continually updates her knowledge every month with new data about plant-based nutrition, and additionally she has personal experience with vegan food and meat related, and publishes new recipes on social media every day. So I actually why I follow that person on social media because she has reasonable charges and many free recipes, and she focuses on improving people's lives through her post. So she's such an inspiration for me, and she's like a kind of role model in my life.
Okay, I don't know how you pronounce it in your country, but the word is pronounced as inspiration. She's an inspiration. Yes.
in
Okay.
speech.
All right. So I have
Okay.
Rekha ma'am here with me. She's going to comment on your speaking.
Yes, dear. Positive things. Were you able to use, additional information about this? The points that you gave were in sequence and trying to support your main idea. There were some sentences which were grammatically incorrect, though, like "I have worked at home." When you said that, and have also corrected that I wasn't successful. That sentence. Then we have been using the connector so, but then after that, there is no idea or result. See, so is a word that we use when we talk about results, dear. So, and what happens after? I was waiting for those, sentences. But then we were not given those reasons after the word so. Then you started again, so I actually, and that's always a sentence. So, except that one, we need to work on this connector. That is
Okay.
all right, yeah. So apart from that, let me tell you, your lexical resource was up to the mark. You're doing a great job, except minor things that we could fix, dear.
Yeah. Are you ready for speaking?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can start speaking on the cue card. You can start speaking now.
Okay, ma'am. I'm going to describe a friend of mine whom I follow on his social media platform on a daily basis, and his name is Dr. Charles. Dr. Charles is a medical doctor by profession, and he is in his early 40s, I think. He is tall, about 7 meters, dark in complexion, with dark hair and friendly face. And he's always smiling. He's a hard worker, intelligent, and a good team leader. And he motivates me whenever I see him. I came in contact with Dr. Charles in a conference I attended in 2002. First day, when we were about to enter the conference hall, he introduced himself to me and we struck up a conversation and we got to know each other and became good friends. So that was when he actually told me that he has a website where he teaches and enlightens people on health-related issues. And from that day, I started following him. As I mentioned earlier that he is a medical doctor, I think he's really good in that. And his write-ups are mainly on enlightenment of the public, on importance of regular medical checkup, even when you think you don't have any underlying health condition, as this has gone a long way to save many people from danger. The reason I follow him on his social media platform is because it comes from his work ethics, because he's a really hard worker. He's persistent and studies each topic very well before he comes up to teach in the web page. In fact, I've been able to learn so many things from his page that have equally helped me as a mental health nurse. I've even gone to the extent of introducing some of my colleagues to equally follow him on his social media platforms. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mary Vivian. Thank you so much. Rekha ma'am, did you listen to her speaking?
Yes, dear, I did. So when it comes to, yes, lexical resource, it was all okay. So there was some, minor, like whether it is plural or singular, except that it was all okay. Thank you, ma'am. We could use some of the connectors when we connect ideas, dear. That's also good attempt, I would say. So all the best. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Sunita, are you ready?
Yes.
So you can start speaking on the cue card.
Well, it is very common to follow the well-known celebrities, influencer, or famous person on the social media rather than watching them on big screen or reading about them in newspaper. Here I like to talk about a famous person of my country. She is Miss Nepal World 2018 Shrinkhala Khatiwada, whom I follow on every platform of social media. I began to follow her since 2018 when she won Miss Nepal title. Mostly I knew about her from colleagues. Everyone used to talk about her, that how she is the most hardworking, humble and honest person. Likewise, tons of news portals, talk shows used to cover her news after she won prestigious awards like Beauty with the Purpose, Multimedia Awards and many more. Furthermore, she represented Nepal on the world. Since she is an influencer, so she often posts pictures and videos related to the current affairs happening on the world. As soon as she posts anything on the social media, I immediately do research on those topics. Apart from the serious topics, sometimes she posts some funny memes on her account. She has a great influence on the youths. The best thing about her is that she is a very motivating, inspiring, and hardworking person. In fact, she studies on Harvard University for a master's degree. Today, she has a great impact on my life. Therefore, someday down the line, I will want to meet her in person and appreciate her personality as well.
Okay, Sunita, I think you wanted to say celebrities. I think that's the word you wanted to use, and you have to say in the world, not on the world, but in the world. But I have Rekha ma'am here with me. She will comment on your speaking. She will give you the correction. Okay, so Rekha
Yes,
ma'am.
dear. Yes, dear. She had good content to speak on. She knew about this person really well, so good research work. However, there were some words which needs to, you need to really work on pronunciation parts, dear. Some words only. So we will work on that and, use some of the conjunctions, dear, to connect your ideas. You have used connectors like furthermore, whom I know, relative pronouncer, which is a very good idea, let me tell you. So we could use some more to boost your scores.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, dear.
Social media plays a vital role in everyone's life. It gives the opportunity to connect with family, relatives, fans, and followers. Here, I would like to talk about a famous Indian actor, singer, producer, and influencer whom I follow on social media, and she is Priyanka Chopra. I follow her on Insta as well. I follow her on social media. I knew about her when I saw one of her movies named as Dorothy. I really liked her acting skills. Since then, I started to follow her on every platform of social media. Since she is an actress, so she posts trailer of her upcoming films. She talks about women empowerment on social media, and she often shares some funny videos and her makeup tutorials. Her every post received millions views, and I always comment on her post. And I hope one day she might to reply my comments. I follow her social media because she is very inspiring and motivates me to become a successful person in life. In fact, she is so hardworking and she believes in herself. That's why she became global icon. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much. There was a lot of repetition of the word social media, but Rekha ma'am will comment on your speaking.
Yes, dear. We were, probably repeating a few words that we could have avoided. We will have similar words used instead. Initially, your start was very great. Let me tell you, you started off really well, talking about sins, and so she talks about this, funny videos, makeup tutorial, all this vocabulary were really great. I always hope to see her whatever your points you have. Later, there were some grammatical errors here. So we could, work on the sentence structure there. Like when I say, I follow her on so-and-so accounts, she motivates us. Instead of just motivates me, and whatever reason, connected again because of so-and-so reason. So except that one, dear. So yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, dear.
Gurpreet, are you ready for speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening to you. So you could start speaking now.
Okay, ma'am. Many people are gaining currency as well as fame by posting various contents on social media. Although I follow so many influencers and celebrities on Facebook, Twitter and Snapchat, but here I have decided to talk about my role model. His name is Sandeep Maheshwari. He is the one of the well-known motivational speaker of the world. I inspired from him a lot by seeing his videos. Whenever I feel blue, then I prefer to watch his videos because his videos works as a medicine for the people who found disappointed in their lives. as I can recall, as far as I can recall, when I was in ninth standard, I was scrolling down the videos on Instagram to make me feel good, because at that time I did not get first position in quiz competition. Therefore, I was very disappointed. But when I saw the video of Sandeep Maheshwari, that video caught my eye, and I started to watch it. His two lines, that life is not throwing a towel, but it is all about learning lessons from your mistakes, uplifted my spirit, and I started to do hard work for the another competition, which is very near to my examination. That time I felt that his videos works as a wonder for me, because by seeing that videos, I not only get inspired that from them, but also started to do I started to do lot of other things like learning new skills. All the people found the videos of Sandeep Maheshwari very well in their life. Since I have following him for the 3 years, since I watch his videos as well as the post which he upload on the daily basis on his Instagram page as well as on Twitter. Well, mostly he preferred to share the videos of motivation, as well as he also uploads some current affairs which are related to our country and for the welfare of people. So I always recommend to my all my friends and Keithanians to see his videos for working to in yourself is the biggest thing that a person can get success. If a person have believe in himself, then he may get success definitely. So this is the person which I follow, who I follow.
Okay, Loveridge, your time is up. Your time is up. But Rekha ma'am will comment and she will correct your mistakes.
Yes, dear. When it comes to the speaking of yours, we had some, grammatical errors and pronunciation concern. Prefer, then seek attention. We're going to be using the word for when you talk about a certain duration. Like, I have been following him for whatever, number of years, 3 years. So, apart from that, there were sentences, one second, after we use, yes, instead of using will, this will benefit a lot of people. Instead of using the will, which is a certain word, we're going to be using a word which is possibility. This could benefit a lot of people, or this may. Instead of will, we will have could or may, dear.
Okay, do you understand? Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
When I gave my speech, she said that it was too short. So I want to know, in part 1, are we expected to speak long sentences or just short? Because what I used to hear is that in part 1, you don't need to speak long sentences. You just give a short explanation that it is in part 2 and part 3 that you actually need to go in detail. So I want to know the
Alright, okay, dear. When it comes to part 1 or part 3, you are expected to know. That is a wrong, it's a myth, short sentences. Rather, you will start giving one solid reason or one solid point, and you're going to start explaining that. Please use full-fledged sentences, dear. Short sentences or simple sentences are not recommended. Though your content is really great, however, Ielts examiners would not, consider that. When I use, I'm just giving you a simple example. When I say the train was late, that's a very simple sentence. I will lose marks if I use or, probably use that particular sentence. I'm going to be expanding my explanation further. Though the train is late, the other day I could somehow make it up. You're going to be extending the sentence. Use connectors there to extend your answer. Just have one point, when it comes to part 1 and part 3, and elaborate or explain or convince the person. This is why I chose to agree with this question statement. Now, let me give you another example. When I say you're welcome, dear.
Okay, any other member would like to ask any questions regarding the IELTS speaking part of the exam? Okay, since no members have any questions, Rekha ma'am, would you like to give some tips on the speaking part of the exam, the IELTS exam that is?
When it comes to part 2, dear, we could be using certain words which is related to the topics. Like, I don't know if you have heard of this term called as collocations anytime. Collocations are those set of words which is going to really impress the examiner, and when we check the parameters of speaking, it clearly mentions please use collocations to enhance your band score. Now, what is a collocation? Let me give you a simple example. When I use the word strong, strong is a word which means, mentally strong, physically strong. Now, I have the word called coffee, which is a beverage. Now, I have two different words. When I combine them, strong coffee, I have a different meaning altogether. So those are called as collocations. Like when I say, I am going to throw a party. It is not literally throw a party. So use these phrases called collocations in your speaking, please. It is going to enhance your scores. I'm going to be sending you, an image related to collocations as well, and a parameter that explains how useful is this collocation to enhance or, boost your scores, so that it's, handy.
Okay, so I listened to one member and she used did not. Is it possible she could use the contraction, didn't?
When it comes to IELTS speaking and writing, we will, avoid contracted form. We will use the expanded form instead.
Okay.
Yes.
Did not would have been correct in her part of speaking. Okay, so any members, do you have any questions which may be confusing you in your mind?
I have one question.
Okay, sure. So, Sunita.
Like if we use that idioms sentence or idiom word, then will it help to enhance our band score?
Idioms as well, when it comes to part 2, please use them. Yes, because part 1 and part 3, you might not have a provision or, too many sentences there. But part 2, yes, you have a provision to use there. So we could be using some of the most common ones, but before using, let us check whether that fits in the context we are using. Whatever scenario I'm explaining and whatever idiom I'm supposed to use, does it sync? And then please use it.
Okay, the last few minutes I have decided to give Rekha ma'am the option of speaking, giving tips on the speaking part of the IELTS exam.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Yes.
Ma'am, as ma'am told me that to improve the pronunciation problems, I have to read aloud while reading something. But how I check that which words I pronounce wrong?
Okay, pronounce wrong here. You say pronounce, but it's pronounce. So if you can break it up in syllables, pro, N-O-U-N-C, nouns. So pronounce, you put it together, you get pronounce. Do you understand? So you can break up your words in syllables. Yes, if you look, I'm certain there are videos on YouTube where, you get a pronunciation of words.